I don't even know which direction that's facing on here. There we go. Now you can probably see me a little bit. Like I said, the camera's going out. And down here, try to get one of these pre-rolls because it's the most cost-effective one I can get with the straight indica for now. And that basically. And I just noticed it's a full moon out tonight as well. I swear. You know, that still leaves me on edge every time where I'm like, I might be good at, you know, the old fighting style of being able to basically disarm your opponent. That's like basically like only thing I'm like rusty as fuck on right now. I really do need to find a place to get my proper martial arts going. Because I need to get back in shape altogether. I started with just pushing the cart around and going out every day. You know, back to meditating out in the woods basically. And, or at least the field. But, you know, I've actually been deleting a few of these other videos because there's no new content at that point. It's just kind of like, hey, everything worked out. Like, holy shit, you know, for what a week. That's basically it. I'm trying to keep it capped right after the Michigan bullshit. And then I got to find out one other thing. I found out there's still, for some reason, even though I already took care of that in court, and the last I knew it was only court fees that I owed. And I still could technically fight them on that too. And so now I'm guessing that now there's I knew there was a bad feeling out there, active warrant out there. But it's only got a 50-mile radius. So, well, that's another thing I'm going to have to deal with now. It's like I took care of that before I frickin' got back and forth nonsense I was telling frickin' Santa Cruz and the Federal Trade Commission about, I swear. This is where I frickin' find the little wrench in this bullshit. It's like I've already, you know, I could roll back the movie I did make public for a reason because Social Security fucked up and the fact there's already an imposter. So I basically said, fuck it, anyone can be me. If people like, you know, Michigan's like, we don't know what to do, you might want to go back to California then, And I talked to an attorney and they're like, no, you might want to just get out of Michigan and stay away from California and take this to the Social Security Administration and the police after. And that's what the attorney I spoke to before I ended up coming here to Ohio. So, you know, you can only imagine, you know, family members didn't fucking believe a damn thing in Europe. What do you think they believed here? Some people don't even believe I was over there, let alone got blood right and everything else. So the whole narrative got blown out of the water, and now all they are is radio silent. Does that make sense? And other than the 3 little breaches that happened here in Toledo, that's about it. Which still comes down to the same dude. So, getting all these dang misleading people and all this nonsense, it doesn't help anyone. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm only going to the front counter anyway for this. Let's see here. How's it going? Just going to get one of these Granddaddy Perks. Should do it. Yeah, anyway. I've been trying to get the timing right where I turn off the damn, or I pause the camera there at certain points there, so it's kind of like some European rules where you're not supposed to technically record any transactions or anything, but that's like, last I checked, I'm going to have to roll through some of the rule book probably again and brush back up on it, but general rule of thumb. Freedom of the press ain't the same over there. So, some people find that intrusive if you're recording and they're making a purchase of something, even if it's in a store at all, literally. Some places, that's why some stores don't let you record in as well. And it's just another reality to it all. Another layer, add another layer. So anyway, as I was saying, I've already got to contact all of Santa Cruz County records on all of this shit with the sheriff. You know, because they released the fucking imposter. And then shit hit the fan digitally as well shortly after. Not to mention more and more uses of it over there on the West Coast while I'm here in Ohio. Like, there's a whole, this is why Social Security Administration took one look at what I already had from the Federal Trade Commission, the Equifax report, seeing someone else paying the police report for that, seeing someone else paying off the Federal Trade, or the Department of Treasury, because that was an emergency return home loan, $1,700 straight to the Department of State, through and then Department of Treasury, of course. This is the right stuff. I basically was just making a buy on the little roaches I found this morning. Do the whole downtown incursion. Taking care of business as usual. I'm trying to protect my privacy to a degree, but at the same time, this kind of level of fuck up, I'm pretty much just like, well, you know, here's the reality of it. In fact, I brought it up before. I only have like one real option, and it might be just renewing the passport on top of that. And just say, but the way the documentation is right now, I'm going to have to go back to Santa Cruz vital records and everything. This is a mess all over again. But I did find backups of all the documents. I think even the Equifax report as well, proving someone else has been paying for shit. So go figure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can already tell the difference. That's the other thing, trying one kind of weed or the other with extreme exposure to the lights and sound. Not to mention also testing for sensory overload. That's like even for how long I can actually sit there and do study and research verification. You know, it takes a lot of time. And then, you know, it's a lot of mental work too, because I'm sitting there I'm doing this triple diagnostic of herbs, basically. That's my own development, so it's my own research I'm doubling up on and confirming, comparing notes at this point, effectively. You know, I don't got a bunch of grant money. All I can do is basically, you know, use an educated hunch or natural medicine, or it's like I've been out there actually looking at, you know, what makes medicine in the first place. So Yeah, I noticed that in the camera, just with the right blur. I look like I'm frickin' like 20 years old instantly. Get me under the George Carlin moment of lighting. Besides that, you know, like sitting there studying the psychology behind even perception and all of the, that's like jumping subjects completely, but not to me, not when I'm looking at how it's already interconnected. So, that's like it's like a chemical lensing. Think of it like that. Every chemical in your body acts like a lens on your perception. To that degree, you can don't take the whole mile on that. Take that with an inch. So it means, well, here's an example. Brain development and the purpose and reason you do something. See, here's a funny thing. You hear me talking about like being anti-happiness and all this, but I got inner joy and all that. That's the philosophy and the psychology behind it. But the actual chemistry is, I've basically no serotonin. Oh yeah. Because I never did anything basically for fun. If it was fun, it just happened to be fun. That kind of fucking thing. Never was on the pursuit of such things, in other words. So it's not a drive, it's not a gear in my brain. It's like, I'm not in gear to get a beer. I'm in gear to get a tonic, and this is the best I can do. Fuck. I'd almost start mixing all of my... I even got mullein now, finally, too. No clue. An entire arsenal of herbs I've got at my disposal, and all of their qualities almost off the top of my head. But now is not the time. That is not the movie I'm trying to make. Or video, rather. Not the kind of movie I'm trying to make. The movie makes it sound fake. Of course, I haven't fucked around too much with the damn voice acting in a minute because I need to be in a creative space and good vibes at the same. Yeah, good vibes. My ass. Be all in a creative mood. Let me put it that way, without improper trust zones where I don't have to sit there and worry some fucking son of a bitch like popping up out of nowhere. I'm in the middle of recording. It's like you can almost use my footage of going, yeah, when he starts having to throw that shit up like that, he must be running low on space. Don't know you, man. I'm Zed, man. Zed's not dead. Dave's dead. Zed's not dead. I don't know David. And name dropping around here. At least it's not mine. I think it's another case of mistaken identity, frankly. And another thing that I'm told to report anyone who drops the old government name. Did you know that? To the police, FBI, actually. It's a fucking full moon anyway. You know what to expect, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube. I knew I had a funny fucking feeling that some fools were going to be out and about thinking they knew something they don't. Which is the concerning side. That's why the name was fucking internationally changed in the first place, because if people fucking sitting there digging when their government told them not to. For my protection and them, frankly. Legal protection and more. So, well, half these other fools don't realize what kind of international documentation I'm sitting on, or who I work for in Europe. So, I don't know. Whatever fools are gonna make it, right? Anyway, and multitask this. What am I thinking? That's definitely a shaky moment when people want to sit there and freaking mistaken identity somewhere out of nowhere on a dark street. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. And here's the worst part. I get to still walk by where they already posted up in the parking lot over there. So you know, what I'm going to end up having to deal with is eventually cognitive dissonance when the fools are caught on their own bullshit, not realizing the situation. And then there won't be anything I can do for them at that point. Since they act on bogus information, it's over. Like, about it. Suriving and salute. You'd think if I'd be out here at certain hours trying to get Gizmo back, but I'd probably have to be out there either playing guitar or frickin' telling a story to her. They had to come back. I swear. And I've got the the office room looking good now. Alright, so like I said, I'll be freaking getting hold of the church tomorrow as well, so I can get that dang lawnmower borrowed from them and help my other neighbor out with that. Without a whole bunch of nonsense happening for no good reason and a bunch of fucking bogus fake bullshit. Now, right now, according to information tracing, there's only 3 sets of people that even have that name to call out, and they all come from the same dude.
Hey, Dave.
Did you hear that? about where I'm probably going to have to call 911 anyway. So